Right now at 10, an autopsy details the cause of death in Monday's Town of Shelby homicide. And a community refuses to give up hope 1 year after a Sauk County teen goes missing. Plus, a lacrosse organization unveils a toolkit to help make playgrounds safer.
Watching WKBT Lacrosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozorowski. Emily is off tonight. We begin with a development in the Madeline Kingsbury murder case. A Minnesota district judge has granted a motion to move the case against Adam Fravel out of Winona County. In the change of venue request, Fravel's defense team presented a Winona County phone survey. It found 74% of respondents who had read news articles about the case had already formed an opinion. And of that 74%, almost all of them believed Fravel was guilty. The judge used that data to rule that a fair trial for Fravel in Winona County would be unlikely. The judge also ruled on two other motions. She denied the defense's attempt to dismiss the first-degree premeditated murder charge, ruling that the prosecution had presented a grand jury with enough admissible evidence to justify it. The judge also denied a motion to suppress statements Fravel made to police on April 2nd of 2023 when Kingsbury had not yet been found. The defense claimed the statements were inadmissible because police did not read Fravel his Miranda rights, but the judge said Fravel was not subjected to an official interrogation at that point, so those statements are admissible. The court will now determine where Fravel's case is headed next. Authorities continue to build a case on the La Crosse man accused of killing his wife this week. La Crosse County deputies responded to a call Monday in the town of Shelby. According to the criminal complaint, deputies found Ellen Fritz dead in her bedroom. Officers arrested her husband, Zachary Fritz, for first-degree intentional homicide. An autopsy has found 50 sharp force trauma injuries and 4 bite wounds on her body. Fritz is held on a $1 million cash bond. The Fritzes do have a 4-year-old daughter. She is going to be staying with her paternal grandfather. White House officials say Russian warships 30 miles off the Florida coast do not pose a threat to the country. The 4-ship flotilla made a stop in Cuba before planned military exercises in the Caribbean. The fleet's submarine is nuclear powered, but U.S. officials say they don't believe it's carrying nuclear weapons. 2 of the ships are armed with guided missiles. The Russian deployment follows President Biden's decision to allow Ukraine to strike inside Russia with U.S. weapons.
The visiting Russian warships to Cuba are Vladimir Putin's way of reminding President Biden that Moscow can challenge Washington in its own sphere of influence, too.
U.S. ships with sonar have shadowed the Russians as they traveled across the Atlantic. President Biden, meanwhile, in Italy for the G7 summit. The 7 countries have reportedly agreed to give Ukraine $50 billion, backed by frozen Russian assets.
And we still got the alert day going on for tonight because there is still a potential force around the thunderstorms. The thunderstorms that have developed in Minnesota have actually had hail production coming with them. They are pushing southeastward. So we still got the slight risk overhead right now, but there are no watches or warnings in our area right now. Just to the northwest, we do have some, and as we're tracking that right now. Overall, if you look at radar, you can see that there is some activity that is towards Ladysmith right now. Not severe. The severe stuff is further west. But if you look at this is actually from Menominee 2, hasn't quite got there. It's just staying north of I-94 right now. Not to Eau Claire either, just cloud cover right now. But that is what we're tracking further to the west. Then as we go throughout the time frame, you're going to start seeing some of these lines begin to approach, especially further west. So some of these could have some wind. There could be one line and maybe a second line coming due later to the night with some wind, damaging wind potential there too. Not everyone's going to see this, and a lot of areas may just remain dry and quiet, but there is that potential. So later on, we're going to time it out a little better on those storms. We'll kind of have some rain that's back in for your Thursday around noon, but we do have a weekend kind of a messy type of situation because everyone knows it's Father's Day and we got the air show too. So I'll kind of break all that down a bit later.
It will be a busy weekend indeed.
Yes, it will.
Thank you, Greg. One person is dead after their car hit a dump truck in Monroe County. According to the county sheriff's office, a car crossed the center line of Highway 21 near Flagpole Road in the town of Greenfield yesterday afternoon, striking the dump truck. They say the crash caused the dump truck to catch fire, shutting down Highway 21 for 7 hours. Now, the dump truck driver was not injured. The car driver, whose name has not yet been released, was pronounced dead at the scene. The Wisconsin Supreme Court has kept a lower court's ruling banning the use of mobile voting sites in the upcoming presidential election. In 2022, Racine allowed ballots to be cast in a van that traveled around the city. However, this is no longer allowed after a ruling on late Tuesday. The court also ruled municipalities can use the same method used since 2016 to determine where to locate early voting sites. That's for the upcoming August primary and, of course, November general election. The Crawford County Sheriff's Office is warning the community tonight about a phone scam. An unknown man is reportedly calling random residents, identifying himself as Sergeant John Walker with the Crawford County Sheriff's Office, and then telling people they have warrants out for their arrest. He's calling from those numbers on your screen. The Sheriff's Office is telling residents to warn their loved ones of the scam and never give out any personal information over the phone. If you've received a scam call or have any questions, you can reach out to the Sheriff's Office at the number at the bottom of your screen. Sauk County residents hosted a gathering of hope for a teenager who went missing last year. James Yablonsky was last seen leaving his family's home overnight. During initial searches, parties found multiple campsites and belongings that may have been his. Law enforcement say the evidence in the woods led them to believe the teen may be trying to live off the grid. Anyone with information is asked to call the Sauk County Sheriff's Office. Yablonsky's family is also offering a reward of $10,000 for information. A lacrosse organization has developed a toolkit to emphasize the importance of safe public spaces. The group SPACE, or Safer Play Spaces and Community Environments, has been researching the effects of toxic materials that are used in playground construction. UW Lacrosse chemistry labs found that rubber chips made of recycled tires in local playgrounds contain significant amounts of lead, which can cause developmental and other health problems in children. A SPACE employee says she hopes this toolkit will convince more parks to make use of safer materials for their public playgrounds.
So we're hoping that this toolkit can really be used in other communities so that they don't have to go through all these steps and take 4 years to get where we have come.
The studies also revealed that when heated, those chips release the same toxic materials into the environment. Their program has already helped 3 playgrounds make the change to safer materials. They say there are many more to come this summer. A paddleboarding trip like no other in our region. A lacrosse veteran encounters a welcome surprise as he journeys down the Mississippi River.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
I'm 82.
86.
90 years young.
Eric Hovde thinks people like us shouldn't be able to vote.
If you're in a nursing home, you only have 5-6 month life expectancy. Almost nobody in a nursing home is in a point to vote.
Son, I've served this country. I think I can handle a ballot.
What a jerk.
Eric Hovde, I'm fully aware of whom I'm voting for, and it won't be you.
Chevy Truck's advanced camera technology lets you see over, under, through. Up to 8 available cameras and 14 views, so you can focus on the view that really matters. Don't miss a thing. Chevy's got you. Get 1.9% financing on this 2024 Silverado when you finance with GM Financial, or get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. We're celebrating June Dairy Month here at Wesco in Sparta. Have you thanked a farmer today? Take up to 25% off in select departments store-wide all month long. Plus, get free ice cream with every purchase. Buy a sofa, get free ice cream. Buy a fridge, get free ice cream. Buy some flooring, get free ice cream. Did I mention free ice cream with every purchase? Wesco in Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
The Ho-Chunk Nation has set off on a week-long dugout canoe journey down the Mississippi River. The HCN Dugout Canoe Journey is in its 3rd year to reconnect tribal members with their ancestral waterways and ancient canoe technology. Tribal members, historians, and local officials will make their way south to Illinois, stopping at historic sites, navigating locks and dams, and engaging with river communities. And it is indeed a busy time on the river. As our own Michael Germain reports tonight, a lacrosse veteran is in the midst of a paddleboarding expedition down the mighty Mississippi.
Ken, ever since he was 12 years old, Eddie Krogman has been captivated by the water. Now he's making his dreams come true, venturing all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. Krogman has loved being on the water ever since he was 12.
It's always been a part of my life.
And for years, his dream was to paddleboard the entire length of the Mississippi River.
Finally, just decided, why am I waiting anymore?
So he set off May 11th in northern Minnesota and has now made it to Red Wing. And he's also made a friend along the way.
I believe Scott and I are over 600 miles in.
Eddie bumped into Scott within his first week on the water. Turns out Scott had the same idea with a canoe and his dog.
Turns out we were both veterans, we've both been through a lot, and we decided we'd be stronger together.
They've still got 80% of the journey to go, but now they'll tackle it together.
From Stump Lake on, we are now a team.
Despite
lacking a set schedule for this journey down the Mississippi, the two men will continue to cherish the time that they have spent together. Quite an interesting coincidence and a nice budding friendship. Thank you, Michael. Well, the Federal Reserve chooses status quo after seeing the latest inflation report. And La Crosse will have eyes on the skies this weekend for Airfest, as a few more craft are already touching down at the airport today.
Although a few may see some strong or severe storms tonight, more areas might actually see some light rain on Thursday. We'll kind of time that out, show you how much we might get and what the weekend has in store. All that coming up on your first warm weather update after the break.
It's the summer sale at Home Furniture. Everything is on sale. Get up to 30% off regular prices. This Leslie sofa is just $9.99, and this Spindrift dining set is $12.99. Get savings throughout the showroom during the summer sale at Home Furniture.
These progressive lefties are really messing up our country with all their crazy ideas.
Yeah, open borders, giving illegals cash.
How about defunding the police and going soft on criminals?
Or letting boys play in girls' sports.
Look at all their crazy spending. They're bankrupting our country, driving up the costs of everything, including our beer.
Yeah, Baldwin, Biden, and these wackadoodles need to go. I would even wish them a Wisconsin goodbye.
I'm Eric Hovde. I definitely approve these guys' message.
The biggest steak sale ever is this Thursday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Save big on delicious New York strips, bacon-wrapped sirloin fillets, and mouth-watering ribeyes. This sale is huge, and so is our dad-sized 25-ounce Big T T-bone. For the best steaks around at the best prices around. Don't miss the biggest steak sale ever, Thursday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Transform your home's exterior and boost curb appeal with River Valley Remodelers' next generation siding. Ascend composite cladding combines the look of real wood with superior performance, offering durability, energy efficiency, and foam backing. This first of its kind solution ensures beauty, performance, and easy installation. For every siding job booked now until July 31st, we'll be donating $500 to the ORA Bike Playground Project right here in West Salem. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home, build our community.
Right now at Home World Rugs, get 10% off Area Rug sale prices. Choose from many different shapes, sizes, and patterns with Area Rug experts in every showroom to help you find the perfect rug. 10% off Area Rugs going on now at Home World Rugs.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The Federal Reserve is keeping interest rates the same for now, and a cut may not happen for several more months. The decision comes as the federal government releases its latest inflation report. Some good news at the grocery store. Prices didn't go down, but they did remain steady from April to May. Drivers are getting a break at the pump. AAA says the national average is down about 16 cents a gallon in the last month. And overall, inflation eased a bit to 3.3% in May, down 0.1% from April.
This report is encouraging. We're moving in the right direction. But, you know, at the end of the day, prices are still pretty high. I think that's what's weighing on consumers still.
Fed Chairman Jerome Powell says the board wants inflation down to just 2%. Some analysts believe a rate cut could come in September, but others say it may not arrive until the end of the year. Well, the Blue Angels won't be the only aircraft landing in La Crosse for the annual Airfest this weekend. Fat Albert, the Blue Angels C-130 support plane, arrived with the rest of the Blue Angels today. It's one of the aircraft used to transport the pilot's personal equipment between show sites. The Deke Slayton Airfest is this Saturday and Sunday. Performances will consist of the USAF F-22 Raptors demo team and Michael Goulian performing in his extra 330SC aircraft. You can buy tickets on the Airfest website. We will, of course, have a link to that on our digital platforms. A lot of people looking forward to that show this weekend, but in the interim today, we were in the midst of an alert day, and we still might have some overnight activity for the next few hours. Let's break it down with Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart.
Yeah, we had some stuff earlier, but tonight it's really tricky. Once again, with this outflows and this activity continues overnight, that anything could spark off some of these storms as they head southeastward. So that's why we still have the alert. A lot of areas probably won't see anything tonight, but if you do get one of these thunderstorms coming through, you could see some damaging wind. The hail probably threat is kind of diminishing. That was more into Minnesota, where they had ping pong sized hail, or even higher than that, too, with the initial supercells that developed. So we have some storms until about 3. I think most of it will be done by that time. The quiet Thursday morning commute, we don't see any activity going on, but then we do have some rain coming in, and it's just a narrow band of some light rain that'll kind of form around 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And generally it's going to be south or along I-90, and we'll kind of show that. Right now, this line is not severe. These white boxes are just special weather statements, meaning they're getting winds maybe in that 50 to 60 and hail maybe up to nickel size. Pretty much pushing east and weakening, but you still got some activity down here that's kind of sitting there. There's some moisture, and there's kind of a boundary just stalled out right there. So once this gets a little bit further south, can it develop some actual thunderstorms? Some of the indications are it will, and if it does happen by 11 to see this line form, and that's why some of the indications it's going to surge southeast, and if this line does form and surge towards Decorah, that could be a wind threat through about 2. This activity north of Eau Claire will probably continue to press eastward, won't be severe, but we'll have to keep an eye on activity south going through Eau Claire, which could see some activity there, and this could almost form another line coming through at about 2 to 3. This call could change too, but this could also involve maybe a wind threat with it as it comes through. But then by 3 and even by 4, everything kind of pushes to the east, and maybe by the tail end of the beginning of the commute, maybe Prairie du Chien up to the Dells might see some activity, but the remaining area should be quiet, and that's the good news. Now, the next activity that we're kind of tracking is a wave that's going to be coming across central Minnesota. That's going to provide a little bit of light rain, and it's really going to kind of hug the I-90 corridor, really pretty much from about 11 to about 4 p.m. So areas south of that will continue to see some showers and even some thunderstorms towards southern Wisconsin. Up to the north, probably going to see sunshine come out. So Eau Claire up to Ladysmith, they'll probably get up to 80 earlier. We'll see that push south, so our high temperatures for La Crosse southward will be more towards sunset. We'll still get up in the 80s, but we do have that rain chance coming. Flag Day, that's probably going to be the best day of the week. We have absolutely great weather, clear skies, seasonable conditions too, less humidity too, so you can't beat this conditions. Unfortunately, we do have more activity coming in for the air show. Showers Saturday, but we're definitely going to keep an eye on Saturday night to Sunday. Definitely going to be muggy, 90 potentially, but we're going to have some thunderstorms in the way. Strong, severe, kind of too early to say, so just stay tuned for updates on that. But just watch the storms tonight. We might see a couple lines come through. Otherwise, we'll get back in the 60s. Tomorrow, that rain chance about 11 to 4 p.m. along I-90 further south. Then as we go into Friday, as I mentioned, fantastic conditions there. The storm chances Saturday and Sunday, but notice the trend going warmer, muggier towards about Tuesday, and it's some indications that pattern could continue beyond it too. So as we get towards the weekend, we'll kind of time it out. But as of right now, Sunday does look kind of interesting.
All right, we'll keep it here for the latest. Thank you, Greg. Well, it's been a long time coming. A softball team officially joining the Loggers this summer at La Crosse's Copeland Park. News 8 Now's Allison Ferga joined the team's first ever practice today as they gear up for opening day.
The La Crosse team's first season officially kicks off in just a few days, and coaches say excitement could not be higher in the Coulee region as women's sports are growing in popularity across the country. For years, college baseball players have had the opportunity to spend their summers practicing their skills in the Northwoods League. Now, these women are getting the same chance.
People here I've talked to have been very, very excited about this team. and we just think that it will be the next big thing.
While the players have 40 games to look forward to this summer, they also have their eye on the long-term future of the sport, hoping to inspire young girls across the region to pick up a bat and glove. This team's first home game will be this Saturday, June 15th. Reporting in Copeland Park, Allison Fergit, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Allison. La Crosse is one of 4 cities launching a summer softball franchise. This team will take on the Madison Nightmares at home this weekend. Coming up next in sports, the Rangers take center stage at State. La Crosse Logan back at State baseball for the first time since 2007. Our own Rob Schiff was on site. He's got full coverage next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
I always knew that I wanted to be a mom, and choosing that it was the right time was just a really exciting moment. It turned out that my baby had a diagnosis that would be incompatible with life. It wasn't just that my baby wasn't going to survive, but I was at risk for hemorrhaging when I delivered. I met with my doctor and we went over the risks and benefits. I made a really informed decision, just like you would for any other procedure you're going to have. I'm a nurse and I'm an example of a woman who had to have a procedure to be able to save my life and to not watch my baby die. And now Donald Trump supports laws that could take that procedure away across this country.
54 years they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it.
Without that procedure, I would not have been able to get pregnant again. But the good news is, a year later, I had my son. If Trump gets elected again, I fear for women.
ABPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Now here's a good call. Hardee's is giving away free hand-breaded chicken tenders again tomorrow if any of these goodness moments happen. If there's a single high five or hug, that's a tender moment. If either team wins or a fan gets an ice-cold beverage, 3 free chicken tenders. Any dribble, any dunk, any free throw made, that's 3 free, crispy, juicy Hardee's hand-breaded chicken tenders tomorrow if you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards.
Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative knows safety is the backbone of reliability. To deliver the power you need means doing things right, so we can continue to provide reliable energy and peace of mind, because safety runs through everything we do. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information. Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Welcome to News 8 Now Sports. I'm Kate Overton. Another day of semifinal action at the state baseball tournament. The Logan Rangers turn to take center stage. Rob Schiff was at Fox City Stadium for this one, and he's got the coverage.
Both Oliva Strum and Aquinas won their state semifinal games on Tuesday, and now it's up to the Rangers to make it a perfect 3 for 3. La Crosse Logan hasn't been here since 2007, but the Rangers have been on a run the past few weeks, and the Northsiders are 2 wins away from a state title. Let's go to Fox City Stadium. Logan taking on top-seeded Mosinee, and the Rangers taking a bit of a risk in the first. Logan trading an out for a run. Kobe Zaffron gets tagged, but Johnny Lever crosses home first. It's 1-0 Rangers. Indians fighting back, though, in the second. Benjamin Schley scorches one in a right center. There's the equalizer for Mosinee. That's going to tie the game at 1, but the Indians want more, and they get it. Keegan Jerschley jumps on this one, sends a base hit to center. That's going to score 2. Mosinee takes a 3-1 lead. Still in the second, Indians looking for more. Carson Nelson stays with it, fires to first for the out. 1 run scores, but Tyler Rumsey keeps it that way. Jackson Bosch, nice tag. Rangers keep it a 3-run game. But in the third, it's Schley again, coming up big with runners on. The senior stings one to center. 2 more runs come in to score. It's 6-1 Indians, and Mosinee adding more in the fourth. Gavin Obremski goes back up the box. The top-seeded Indians are going to be playing for a state championship as the Rangers run ends in the state semis.
Whatever you can end at the state tournament, I mean, we're not going to be raising a gold ball or anything, but beating quality teams, 4 or 5 games in a row, I told them, don't hang your heads. You guys made a special run and set the standard for future years.
Just feeling the hype and the big stage and everything like that was just a great experience, and that's something that we're going to remember for the rest of our lives. And then just being able to come here and set the bar for the future of Logan baseball, that's just a great legacy for us seniors to leave.
Not the ending they wanted, but like Coach Ellenbecker said, a special run for this Rangers squad. That's going to do it from Fox City Stadium. Kate, let's go back to you.
Tough ending for the Rangers, but it really was a magical run. And as Rob mentioned, 2 more games to go. Tomorrow morning, we start off Championship Thursday with the D4 title game. Oliva Strum going for their first gold ball as they take on Solon Springs Northwood at 9 in the morning. And then at noon, the Aquinas Blue Golds look for redemption. They lost last year's state title game, but they're back. They'll be taking on Kenosha St. Joseph, and we'll have the coverage tomorrow. Over in Oregon at the Nike Outdoor Track and Field National Meet, the Onalaska Boys Distance Medley team is bringing home a gold medal. Blake Bernstad, Casey Barth, Drew Simons, and Manny Putz put together a 9-minute 56-second run, and that broke the Hayward Field high school record. I mean, I knew these 4 were fast, but now they're the fastest in the country. How about some MLB action? Brewers hosting the Blue Jays, tie game in the 6th, but with a runner on third, William Contreras gets one through to right field. Milwaukee takes the lead. Next batter, Christian Yelich, chopper to third, and the defense can't make the play. Contreras rounds third. He comes in to score. Brewers take a 3-1 lead, and they weren't done. How about Willie Adames? And this time we've got fireworks. A deep drive to center field, and that ball is gone. A 2-run shot, and that was the difference maker. Brewers win 5-4. Over in Minnesota, Twins hosting the Rockies, tied at 1, but Carlos Santana steps in with the bases loaded, sends one off the wall and right. All 3 runs come in to score, as Santana is in with an RBI triple. 6th inning now. Twins up 5, but with a man on. Royce Lewis wants in on the action, and he gets all of this baseball. Into the upper deck it goes for a 2-run home run. Twins take a 10-3 lead. They would add 7 more as this one looked like a football game. Twins win 17-9. A lot of heavy hearts in the NBA community as it was announced that the basketball icon Jerry West has passed away at the age of 86. You may know West from his playing days for the Lakers, where he was a 12-time All-NBA point guard, or maybe his time as an executive who went on to win 8 rings in the front office role. The Hall of Famer is also recognized as the inspiration for the NBA logo. Now, I was a little young to see West in his peak as a player or an executive, but everything I've read says that his shoes will be impossible to fill. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.
Ashley Stars and Stripes sale is going on now. Don't miss these furniture hot buys, now only $7.99. Plus pay 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase in-store only. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Every week it costs more to feed my family. Prices are just out of control.
Boy, inflation is really hurting us. It's got to stop.
Career politicians like Biden and Baldwin just don't get it. They're making things harder for folks here in Wisconsin. By stopping the crazy spending that caused inflation and cutting red tape, we can bring prices down. It's time for a change. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. I'll get the job done for Wisconsin families.
Here's to the Farm and Fleet dads, the ones who work hard and get the job done right, the ones who take pride in what they do and take the time to pass it on. This Father's Day, get your dad a gift he'll love, like these men's work and sport shorts, $19.99. 1-pound bags of Blaine's brand trail and snack mixes, 2 for $7. Get $40 instant savings on this DeWalt line trimmer and save 10% on WeatherGuard truck boxes. Rewards members save 15%.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Where there's a flooded basement, musty crawl space, or wood rot, there's an answer. American Water Works. For more than 30 years, American Water Works has been solving homeowners' toughest waterproofing problems. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
Hi, I'm Brody from Great River Harley-Davidson. If you haven't been in this year, consider this your invitation to stop by. We'll be grilling out food, have special prizes for pre-registered guests, and test rides on the all-new Street Glide, Road Glide, and other 2024 models. Whether it's your first time on a bike or you've been riding for years, I want to invite you to stop into Great River Harley-Davidson.
At Taco John's, we've got beef with other places that start with frozen beef. That's why we start with only 100% American never frozen beef, simmered in our signature spice blend. Say no to thaw and yes to 100% American beef at Taco John's.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Don't miss these mattress hot buys, now only $7.99. And get a free adjustable base upgrade with an Align by Ashley Sleep mattress purchase. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Tonight, Vernon Memorial Healthcare invited the community to celebrate their orthopedic excellence. Over the past year, the hospital has been given 5 prestigious health grade awards, including their 3rd year in a row for being in the top 100 best hospitals for joint replacement. Tonight, the hospital invited community members to celebrate the accomplishments by giving tours of the hospital and introducing folks to the team that makes it all possible. One orthopedic surgeon from Vernon Memorial described the significance of a small hospital receiving such a prestigious award.
Being one of the top 100 hospitals in the nation for joint replacements is actually a pretty impressive award for a smaller community hospital like this. And we're just really excited to ensure patients know about that, the community knows about that.
Attendees also got an up-close look at their new Apollo robotic knee surgery system that their own Dr. Jeffrey Lawrence helped design. Vernon Memorial Hospital was actually the site of the first ever successful knee replacement with that new technology. Well, congrats to Vernon Memorial. Well, Greg's still tracking some potential overnight storms. He'll have the latest on what the radar is telling him right after this break.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Get an 11% rebate on everything for your next project at Menards. Take on outdoor cleaning projects easily with a Husqvarna pressure washer. They have the power for making short work of any job. Get this 3,000 PSI gas pressure washer for just $355.99 after rebate. Need more power? This 3,600 PSI model lets you select pressure settings for each job with a turn of a knob. Only $444.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
You're thinking about new windows and doors. I've been thinking about new windows and doors for over 40 years. You're thinking about the best window at the best price. I'm thinking about the best window at the best price for you. The best quality installed by professional installers at a fair price. If you're planning new windows and doors, you owe it to yourself to contact the Board Store Home Improvements for a prompt free estimate. You'll be glad you did. Contact us today.
Make some waves with Ultra's Summer Cash Splash. Open a new Live Your Life Spend account before June 22nd and get a $50 bonus. No minimum balance, no monthly fees. Just make 20 debit card purchases within 60 days of opening your account and watch that $50 bonus fill your wallet. Plus, with cash back rewards, every purchase makes a splash. Don't miss out on the ultimate summer bonus. Open to ages 10 to 23. Open your account online today or at any Ultra office. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life. Federally insured by NCUA.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. Moving piles of earth, towing up to 4,000 pounds, cutting millions of blades of grass. We could keep trying to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Conquer every task on your list. Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
Join the conversation at facebook.com/news8000. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
All right, right now most of the activity is Minneapolis to just north of Eau Claire, but watch that line. That's the area that you're going to keep notice as it begins to maybe surge southward overall, and that's what we're going to have to keep an eye on now. I don't think it'll be as strong as some indicated with this radar projection right now, but it's going to come through potentially towards La Crosse if it stays together around 1 to 3, and that would be a strong wind threat if it does. Most areas will probably not see anything, but something to keep in mind. Morning commute looks good, but we do have some rain coming back in around the noon hour too again.
All right. Thank you all for joining us tonight at 10. We'll see you tomorrow.